Hallmark Institute of Professionals. Register for Business Management, ICT, Sales and Marketing, Purchasing and Supplies, Banking and Finance, Community Development, Project Management, Graphic Design and Digital Marketing. Enhance your professional competency as a CHRPK, CPAK, Certified Secretary, Insurance Specialist, Trust Secretary and courses in Pension Management. Check out our annual training calendar and corporate trainings on our website or call us on 0708 355 941 or 0700 031 162 or visit our offices at Caxton House opposite GPU in Nairobi. Hallmark Institute of Professionals, transforming lives.
Going to talk about enhancing business management through AI. The way I'm going to do it as a training, because I'm assuming we are people of different backgrounds. In the group, we have students, we have trainers, we have people in the business sector, we have those who are employed. So the target audience, I'm actually going to cover all those areas. Now, before I actually start talking about AI and even business and how to manage business management, first we need to understand what is management in itself. Now, for the students who are in the class, there are several different definitions of what management can be defined as, depending on which scholar one is referring to. For example, if you are referring to David Swartz, who is one of the fathers of management, he'll be referring to management as either being it captures the 5 core functions of management. That is organizing, planning, organizing, controlling, directing, and the other one, which is which one? Staffing. If you look at other scholars, for example, if you look at O'Donnell, he tries to talk about management as using other people to do something. If you look at definition by Cons and O'Donnell, I think they talk about management as a process of using both the human resources and also using the other resources that are not human, non-human resources, and trying to bring them together so that they make one thing. The goal in management is actually using the different aspects or whatever is available for us, including the human capabilities, which we are now referring to this human as the human resource, including the human resource, and using it to achieve that one goal, which is the organizational goal or whatever goal it should be you want to achieve. So using it all. The same thing is what is happening with AI. AI, when you talk about AI is artificial intelligence. And let me now start. So AI is artificial intelligence. And when you talk about AI and artificial intelligence, it refers to the ability of the computer systems to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, problem solving, and decision making. I'll be talking about the different systems and I'll be talking about the different systems in businesses that we'll be talking about as we advance. Now, the essence of AI, it aims to create machines that think and act like human beings. Okay? And we have 2 main types of AI. We have the narrow AI, which is the common AI we talk about, we know of. This includes the chatbots, for example, the ChatGPT. This includes things like Siri, the one that controls the homes, and all those others. Okay, those are the narrow AI. We talk about the general AI. These are the more advanced AI that now comes in form of the human forms of Android, for example, the Android beings that are now coming up as AI, performing the specific functions that should be performed by the specific individuals. Now, this advancements in AI is also an added advantage to us who are students. It's also an added advantage to us who are business people, who are also in the sector of education, who are trainers, and all those careers that we are in. So before I start my discussion, I just want to make sure that I'm not going to leave a scare in us, but it's going to be a discussion in which you are going to take it positive and prepare yourself of the present, the future, and what is ahead of us. It is actually going to be something that is important, and we need to study it. We need to study it. The reason why we say you need to study AI, because if you don't change, when there's change, then change is definitely going to change you. So we need to change as we change and as technology changes. Also, for us to be able to capture the added advantage that comes with the advancement in technology and so many other advantages. So the objectives, my objectives and the objectives of our discussion, we need to do an understanding of business management and AI. I've done a brief discussion of what management is. So we need to understand business management and its relationship with AI. We need also to look at how do we use this AI in decision making. We have different types of systems at the different levels of management. So those are the strategic level of management. Will actually be using the executive support systems. Those at the tactical level of management be using the decision support systems or the management information systems. Those are the operational levels using the ERPs and so many others, even the management information system. So we need to look at that also in enhancing decision making. We also need to know or understand how we can use this AI in optimizing our operations to our advantage as of us who are in business or planning to get into business, in that in our input matches or is not more than it's actually, our input is actually not more than our output, so that we don't run our businesses at a loss. And we can actually make it possible by taking advantage of using the artificial intelligence, then the improving of efficiency and the drive of innovation, letting us understand why it is important, which areas we need to look at, especially for the students, why you need to study, where can you get these free courses, and so much more. So that's what I'm expecting to discuss by this evening. And I'm hoping you're going to give me that chance. So thank you so much. Let me start with business and AI. I'm hoping it's going to be an open discussion. So in case you have any question or you need to seek any clarification, you can raise up your hand, and our moderator will be able to give you a chance. So I'm hoping it is it fine?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So why business management needs a boost? Why do we need AI to boost our businesses? There are so many challenges that have been with the traditional business management. For example, we have these challenges to do with the paperwork, which has been a very big challenge in management. We have challenges to do with the tech disruptions, consumer behavior, so many global changes, for example, the tech disruptions and the consumer behaviors. And one great guy called Peter Drucker said that the best way to predict the future is to create it. So to be able to manage these challenges that have been there in business is actually by adapting AI, being able to manage your paperwork, your office layout, being able to manage your documents, being able to reduce on your workforce, which is not actually a disadvantage. Somebody is going to say AI is going to take our jobs, which is actually not our disadvantage, but trying to reduce our input and increasing our output, working on matters to do with qualities, reducing issues to do with errors and so much more, accidents and all those. Those are the big challenges that we've been facing, and we need AI to do a boost in these sections, okay? Now, the role of technology today and the role of AI is actually one, the evolution from paperwork to the digital platforms. All organizations are actually moving from the paperwork to the digital world. I usually tell my students that the reason why it is important to study IT or business information systems is because it's going to reach a moment and you go to that interview and everybody is asking you, do you have any computer skills? And you're like, no. So how are you going to operate our machines and yet we do not have any papers? So how are you going to do it? The same as there was that change with the adoption of computers, is the same change we are expecting with the adoption of AI that is going to take place. We have the impact of computing and business information. We need to take it as a serious matter. So the role of technology in business today is actually working on the improvement of the evolution in business. I've talked about what is artificial intelligence and why we need to adapt it. Artificial intelligence is the ability of a computer system to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, problem solving, and decision making. In essence, AI aims at creating machines that think and act like human beings. I know somebody is going to ask me, how is that possible? Let's go back to the basics. I'm going to explain, though it's not here, let's go back to the basics. When you try to type something on your computer, you have that paperwork and you want to type it on your computer. We refer to it as data, in that it is not anything, it is not really organized in a way for it to be referred to as information. So you type it in your computer, the computer picks it up as a computer is a machine, so it picks it up as a circuit. For the two circuits meet for causing a bubble and a loop, which will lead to what we call the binary language, which is a machine language that is understood by computers. It now processes that data in that binary language, processes it, and converts it now into information. Okay. This information, for example, what you are now viewing on your screen or whatever you print on your hard copy, is what is now very important to us. The same processes that are happening with the basics, as I have explained in what happens with computers, is what is happening with AI. Only that AI is an advancement, a machine with a bit of advancement in it. So we are creating a machine that does the thinking for us. Just like your CPU or your computer will have the arithmetic logic unit, it will have the control unit, and it can think on your behalf and do that calculation for you. For example, 1,000 times 2 is equals to 2,000. The machine does the calculations and gives you an informed information of what that calculation needs. It's the same thing that is happening with AI. The ability of system to perform tasks that are typically require human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, problem solving, and decision making. And all this is possible done by coding. Okay, I've talked about the two types of AI. We have the narrow AI and the general AI. The narrow AI being the common ChatGPT, Siri, Netflix, all those simple ones that we use in our homes. Then the general AI being now an advancement of the robot androids, the robotoids that are actually able to perform now these tasks that are a bit advanced of what we are usually known to. And that is actually going to be the future. I usually say that in the coming, let's say 2050, we are going to walk on the streets, and the next person you greet or the next trainer that comes to class and trains you is actually not going to be a human being, but a programmed humanoid with a mastery of the skills, quality, not trying to give you something that is not sure about. Okay, so that's just what is going to happen. So with businesses also, with the advancements in IT and the advancements in artificial intelligence, it is also going to be the same case. Look at what is happening currently. When we had the computers and the emergence of computers, we had the adoption of the management information systems, we had the adoption of the ERPs, we had the adoption of the executive support systems. For example, in business, when you talk about the executive support systems that is used by the strategic level of management, it actually does the main work for those people at that stage. It is looking at both the external and the internal environment and trying to consider all the factors For example, the external environment, it will look at the political situation in a country. It will look at the currency trends in that country and try to say that let's invest here, let's not invest here, it's time to invest here. So that computer will give you a general view of what it thinks you can do when you are coming to decisions, okay? The same thing with the tactical, it's going to have that decision support environment that is going to consider the internal environment, what is our objective. And you know, as we talk about it in management, that management is not management unless it is result oriented. So using the decision support system in order to achieve that specific direction of business. So such. With artificial intelligence is going to be possible. And when you talk about ERP, most of careers, for example, now you have that system, the cashier logs in, is able to buy something, somebody is able to buy something, he takes the cash, inputs the details, the system sends a report to the accounts department, it sends accounts to the other departments that are actually managing the system. So the accounts department has this detail, this is our income, blah, blah, blah. The supplies department has this detail, this is our reorder level, this is what we need to buy, this is our lead time, so such. All possible by systems. And these were things that if we look back at the 10 years ago, you'll find that most of these activities were being done by human beings. But assuming now we have AI, for example, now a simple AI as Siri that is able to control your fridge, is telling you you're shopping for today, you don't have enough in your fridge. So try and buy this. So with the advancement, some countries have already adapted it, and we're expecting it to be more. We have apps, for example, AI, artificial intelligence, that is able to manage your personal finances. And it looks at your basic salary, and you're able to tell you this is how you budget it for your rent, for this. This is how much you spend on your credit, giving you a very responsible way of living. I know somebody is going to say that is slavery. I don't want somebody to dictate on what I need to buy and what I don't need to buy, but it is actually a good thing, okay? So AI and decision making, there's intersection of AI and business management. AI improves decision making, as I have explained, at both levels of management. For example, sales forecasting, inventory management, customer insights. AI plays a very critical role in each and every of those sections in business management, okay? I've talked about the integration of AI and ARP and the other CRM systems, the customer relationship management systems. A good case study of ERP and CRM management systems is the Amazon AI in logistics. If you've not seen it, you can Google it, how everything has been automated. Their stores are actually automated, where we have, don't want to call them robo beings, but they're actually robo beings or humanoids that are actually doing all the processes, doing the packaging, doing the labeling, carrying around parcels within the building and the warehouse, looking at the temperatures, managing the temperatures, and actually they're doing it better than what could have been done by the humans because of these AI machines are programmed to be specific by observing quality, by also observing specific rules and procedures. They will look at the temperatures, that the room temperature should always be maintained at 25. Our fridge should always have a temperature that is maintained, for example, at temperatures between 0 to maybe -8 or 8. So they'll be very specific as compared to we human beings. And that is one of the advancements that we are expecting as to take up in our businesses with AI and the future also. That's why I was talking about the present, the future, and the present, the future, and what we expect, a normal trend that is going to be there as we advance on. Now, how do we advance or optimize our operations in these organizations? Be it that small business you're running, be it in your academics, be it in whatever field you are in. How do we optimize our operations? How many of you, by show of hands in the class, in this presentation, those who are present, how many of you have ever used a chatbot?
I've ever used a chatbot.
Okay. How was your experience with the chatbot?
It was very nice. I can say very helpful because I had sent money to the wrong bank while paying my services. I had sent money to the wrong bank while paying for my lunch. So Safaricom has integrated a chatbot called, I think it's Zuri, if I'm not wrong. Yes, and it was very helpful. It's connected me to an agent and I was able to talk to them and my money was reversed.
So optimizing operations. For example, it is time that companies adapt chatbots. Chatbots can be as simple as Zuri, that you have an automated machine that is able to do that immediate response to a client. For example, Brian, who had an immediate challenge with the bank, and he was able to sort it out using the chatbots. Predictive analytics and even machine learning. Okay, I was expecting somebody or amongst the students to talk about ChatGPT, but it is okay. Don't use it in your researches. It's actually going to be noted. There, we also have as you advance in technology, we also have other softwares that are being developed to note when you use AI in your research and your projects, so that to avoid, now we know we are running away from plagiarism. AI does it so well for the students in that inaweza mwandikia project, the whole project as it is, without plagiarizing any part, but all of it being machine generated and nothing being done by the student. So we also have softwares and AI softwares that can be able to note that. Those are machine learnings and predictive analytics. Let me just give you an example. For example, what Brian was talking about. Zuri is by Safaricom. I wanted to do a demo, but I hope you're okay. So Zuri is a chatbot, and what Zuri does, it just a minute, sorry. So what Zuri does, it actually is programmed to respond to specific. It's programmed to respond to specific queries by the clients. It's, for example, if you text it, "Hi, how are you, Zuri?" It will respond by first noting your name, then it will give you a menu. For example, the menu as we see it when you click star 100 hash, and it gives you that home menu and all those specifics there. So Zuri will be able to give you all those specifics. And from the specifics, you can choose any and you'll be assisted. So that is coded that way. We have the other one is RoboWealth. RoboWealth is which I was talking about. It can do you some good planning with your personal finances. That 20,000 you earn, that 50,000 or 100,000 you earn. It can actually help you in budgeting. How do you use this? What are charges? Why do you consider this and this and this? Such. ChatGPT, the most common used by students. We have Athena. Athena can also do much of, let me try clicking it and see. Just a minute. So for example, we have Athena. I hope you can see it. My screen is trying to display. So can you see?
Can you kindly share that tab? Kindly share that tab. We are still seeing the PowerPoint presentation.
Okay. So let me share that tab. Okay. So let me just share that. Let me just share that tab.
Yeah, it is now.
Can you see it, Athena?
Just go back. It was visible some seconds ago.
Now visible?
Still not visible. Yes, now visible. It is now visible.
Yeah. So for example, now you have this is a Athena. Athena, you can for example, just look what it says there. Experience the power of contact center AI, automate, blah blah, and all those. So do you want to call me? Get more information on pricing, etc. So this is a financial AI, and you insert your name, you insert your details, and it will give you all those procedures. The links will be shared. I'll share those examples of those AI. So you can insert your name and you continue, and it will try give you some procedures on how you can manage whatever is your financial needs or whatever. So AI being in all sectors. And the good thing is with AI and the advancement in AI, we are having something almost like a competition by these companies, each one of them trying to outdo the other. So which is an added advantage to us who are in business and who are also using AI in our specific in whatever area we are trying to do. So that's just an example of it. I hope I'm back to my screen, sharing to back my screen. We have RoboWealth, we have ChatGPT, we have the Safaricom Azuri. Those are just examples of the chatbots that I was talking about. Okay. Now, AI, at most cases, when in most cases, when people hear about AI and the advancement of technology, it sends shivers. Watu wanaogopa that, oh, I'm going to lose my job. People say, look at people who are in telecom. They lost their job when computers came and blah, 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 blah. But that should not be a challenge at this point. Instead, it should be a chance for us to adapt to these new advancements in technology, be it in our business, be it in our education, be it in whatever areas it is. The shifting of roles in management requires our knowledge. We need to acquire the right knowledge in IT. We need to acquire the right knowledge in AI. We need to acquire the right knowledge in each and specific field that we have, including our homes. How are we going to compete with AI if we lack the basics? So the people who made it after the emergence of computers back in the 1990s were those people who actually adapted the use of computers. The businesses that made it are those businesses that adapted the use of computers. And if you do not adapt to change, change is actually going to change you. There's a course in management that we talk about, with is change management. I think everybody of us needs to take a chance and study something there. Okay. Now, AI is an argument rather than a replacement. That is what needs to be in our mind. It is an argument other than a replacement. Something that is argumented, that drug you call argumenting, is just a moxiclub, but with the advancement in its ingredients or its APIs. So something that is augmented is something that has some added value or something that is added on it to make it more better as compared to the original things. So in our businesses, in whatever we are, be it in academics or anything, let us try and adapt to this AI and businesses, okay? So what is needed is the skills that are needed. We need data literacy skills. We need digital fluency. And this can only be done by trainings, possible trainings. There are free courses online. I'm going to show you that slide and the specific sites that you can get a chance to study. You can even enroll at Hallmark Institute and take a course, a short course in computing if possible, where you are able to receive the data literacy skills, you are able to receive the digital fluency skills and other professional courses in ICT and even data management, okay? When we talk about those who are in retirement, those who need to manage their money, those in the education and all those sectors, those who need AI to manage their money, those who need to manage their finances, we have different apps. You can actually download them even in Google Play. We have, for example, the budgeting apps. Robo Advisor is one of the simplest known apps that you can use them, okay? And it gives you specific and very good results in managing your businesses, okay? Just something to note, as we advance on with the using of money in handling our basics, be it money, be it our businesses, there is also security features that are being advanced with AI and in computing also. We have blockchains, for example, with cryptocurrencies. Blockchains are specific computers that are meant in a way that, just like a box, if you have a block, for example, the cubic block, if you have a cubic block and it has a specific color, tuseme side moja ni blue, red, green, what, evil, all the blocks are. So there's that toy that children used to play, yo ya kuzungusha. I've just forgotten the name that is given to that cube. So that is a good example of a blockchain. It's made up of different blocks. To arrange them to be specific or to be in alignment, ukuikai green, yellow, blue, evil, all those colors to be matching colors, you need to take some time. And you might note that if you change one box, it means that the other box or the other box's colors will also be changing. That is a security feature that is being adopted. I'm explaining it in simple terms other than explaining it the complicated way. But that is in simple terms to say that our securities of our monies, be it our online banking wallets, be it our online accounts, be it our bank accounts, be it our cryptocurrencies, there is also an improvement in that our monies, our cryptocurrencies, our digital wallets have specific IDs that if you change one account, it's also going to change the other account. Meaning that there is going also, with the advancements of AI in the normal business world, there is also advancement of AI in securing our money in our banking systems also. So these blockchains will be used or are already being used in a way that you cannot change. You cannot change or try to steal money from somebody, because it takes a specific identity from that person. Just like a computer has an IP address, a TCP IP address, so does also that online wallet that has a specific address, that protocol address that specifically identifies with it. That is in business, securing our money. And it is the future. It's what actually is happening, is actually what is going to happen. So we are going to run away from matters to do with paper money, get into the digital money, digital economy. We do our trading in those stock exchanges the digital way. more advanced than the M-Pesa, so which is very okay for us. And I'm hoping Kenya is not going to be left behind. Okay, so we have AI-driven retirement forecasting tools where it can help you maybe in managing your finances before your retirement. How business owners can leverage this for their long-term securities. It can maybe manage you. It tells you that you're able to save maybe 5,000 per month or something in a specific account, or it advises you join this specific body that can help you in matters to do with retirement, etc., all those. So AI is also playing a role there. In education also, there's personalized learning paths. AI is a good, can be a good guide to careers. AI tutors, we have AI tutors being in different places and still sharing the same content, still sharing knowledge with others due to this, what you are calling the teleconferencing tools. A good example of the teleconferencing tools is what we are just using now, Zoom, where we are able to communicate. I'm in Kisumu, somebody is in Nairobi, another one is in Mombasa. So we are able to do some conversations, AI tutors and content generations, which is actually an added advantage, okay? And lecturers and also teachers can adapt AI in enhancing their teaching. And this will also increase if you are running a business, for example, Irene with the Hallmark Institute, you can use it as a chance to get more students throughout the nation and even globally by trying to adapt the use of these teleconferencing tools, the learning management systems, and so many others. Okay, so in your website, we also talked about chatbot. So you can also have that plugin to do with a chatbot, being able to reach out to more of your target clients. And even all those who are in the other sectors of business, you can also do that by adapting to AI. Some of the tools, free tools and platforms, we have Coursera. You can enroll for Coursera online and get a course there. There's Google AI. You can enroll to Google AI and get a course there. There's a Khan Academy and so many local initiatives and community efforts. Local initiatives, including the normal schools we have. You can enroll to a school, do a diploma in ICT, do a degree in computing, a certificate, and you'll be able and be very well equipped just by starting with the basics. You know, it all takes interest. If you start with the basics, you'll be able to reach the right area that you want. So you are able to choose an areas to apply AI. You can choose it in finance, you can choose it in HR, you can choose it in marketing, in whatever way you wish to adapt